Czechia's Linda Noskova has had a varied road to the biggest final of her career, which will push her to new career heights in the Hologic WTA rankings in a day's time. Amanda Anisimova, the fourth-ranked player in the world, is back into another final in 2025 as she tries to make it a second WTA 1000 crown of the year. Well, everyone must find their individual way to success. Ralph Waldo Emerson is often said to have opined, life is not a race, it's a journey. Everyone has their own path to follow and their own timeline for reaching their goals. Now, some find their way seemingly with ease. Others must work through adversity. Some just need to work in their own time. Amanda Anisimova has had a terrific season, and with it have been some considerable ups and downs. Her career best year has included some noticeable bumps in the road. Yet with each bit of adversity, she has shown remarkable composure and resolve, bouncing right back to achieve further success. Now, to some, it might seem as if Linda Noskova at 20 has just burst onto the scene, making a dramatic push towards a prestigious title. But her rise has been quite consistent the last 18 to 24 months, and all the hard work and perseverance by the Czech is paying off. And now she has a chance to accomplish a career-changing title run, and undoubtedly feels she's peaking at just the right time. Tonight, even though they each share the same desired goal, both will focus on their own specific task, going about things their own way, in order to be crowned champion of the China Open.
Linda, number 1 for you, number 2 for you, Amanda. Apart from that, clocks on each of those corners, 25 seconds, and if you need anything, just let me know. We will take 2 photos after the contest, one facing both ways, okay? Any questions? No? So we have China Open or Diamond. So she chose China. Diamond. Sir. Okay, so first up, please.
All right, ladies. Photo call on both sides. 我们还是用手中的照相机，摄像机记录下这一时刻。Thank you.
Julie Shenley, the chair umpire, handling the duties of the coin toss at the net. And now it is time for championship day of this WTA 1000 event, the China Open, as Linda Noskova of Czechia takes on the United States' Amanda Anisimova for all the spoils of victory here at this WTA 1000 event. Well, Noskova had to navigate her way past another American, Jessica Pegula, and did so in quality fashion, saving 3 match points to earn her spot against Anisimova. Noskova trying to be the first Czech champion of this event. Anisimova trying to be the third American and make it back-to-back years as she beat the defending champion Coco Gauff in the semifinals. A warm ni hao and hua ying. Hello and welcome, tennis fan. Kevin Skinner alongside Sophie Amiak. Let's tell you a little bit about these two. They have been impressive in their run here, Sophie, and she is soon to be the top-ranked female tennis player from Czechia in 1 day's time. 44 days after tomorrow, Linda Noskova will be 21. Yet she's demonstrated all year, and this tournament she has poise and maturity that belies her youth. She plays a big, bold game, Sophie, and she's earned her way into this championship round.
Oh, did she earn her way? Did she earn her way yesterday against Pegula? What a match that was. One of the best matches I think I've seen in 2025. Yeah, she is strong. She's strong from both wings. She can serve as well and reach any place in the box. She is a dangerous opponent.
She has been terrific in her run. You see as it moves from bottom to top as she has advanced through. Handled the 2 Chinese opponents, including the Chinese #1 in back-to-back matches. That was Zheng Qinwen in 3 sets before the elbow was too much. Got past Potapova as well, Cartel, and then the 3 match points saved against Pegula. And she has put together a career-tying 5-match win streak, and she'll be rewarded as she makes her top 20 debut. Meanwhile, across the net, Amanda Anisimova was born in the USA, in the same town where Bruce Springsteen grew up, Freehold, New Jersey. If we learn nothing else from the 24-year-old, she believes in no surrender. She has weathered a few personal highs this year, a couple of sobering lows, but she's demonstrated, Sophie, she's not only born to run, she's capable of being tougher than the rest. And of late, she can truly say, I'm on fire, having won 11 of her last 12 matches.
How do I follow this? This is absolutely exquisite. I love it, Kevin. Yeah, she is definitely on fire. She's had a year of just being on fire through and out, 2 finals. I mean, it's just amazing how the progression of this woman has been, the consistency level, and especially, I think, the physicality that she was able to come through when she was playing against Paolini. To me, Paolini and Pegula were similar matches for each of them, and they came through with panache.
A couple of top 10 wins back-to-back for Amanda Anisimova against Paolini and the defending champion Gauff. Let's talk about their history a bit. They have met twice previously. It was Linda Noskova winning their first encounter 2 years ago in 2 sets in Indian Wells. That was the Southern California hard courts. Anisimova returned the favor this year on the grass courts of Wimbledon. Their round of 16 clash going 3 sets. Amanda was down a break in the final set before she produced the victory, which earned her a spot on the way to her first of 2 major finals.
Yeah, and you know that Noskova is going to remember this. Although she says that she doesn't really, care about, matches, about points. She's just out there to perform the best to her abilities. I like the mental, attitude and fortitude of both women's right now and the consistency. Julie, hello. On the chair, one of the best out there in the business. Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited about this match because, we have Amanda Anisimova. She's been the one that's chased all, the older player, and she's now today the one being chased by a younger player, 20 years old only, Noskova. I mean, what a prowess she's been doing in women's Olympic WTA Tour.
Both having their best events at the China Open. For Noskova, she's unbeaten at 6-0. 2 years ago in her debut, she got to the second round but had to issue a walkover due to illness. Doesn't lose that match. So with her 5 wins this year, she's 6-0. And for Amanda Anisimova, she continues to thrive. She's made it through 5 matches after her debut 7 years ago. Just a couple of wins coming in. But as we look at this matchup, really, let's get down to the tactics that you expect. We know Noskova hits big, but Anisimova, she hits big as well.
Yeah, we're going to not see, I think, too many rallies here. That's for sure in this match.
You expect quick points each and every time.
Quick points and a lot of power generated from both of them.
Thomas Krupa in the camp of Noskova has worked previously with Berdik, Stepanek, and Besley on the men's side. Barbara Streetsova as well on the women's side of things, and he'll try to apply some advice during the contest to the 20-year-old. And for Amanda Anisimova, working with Rick Vlieshauers, the Dutchman. So we'll see how they interact during this championship matchup. It is confirmation that the Hologic WTA Tour on its last day in Beijing in the China capital. Linda Noskova of the Czech Republic taking on Amanda Anisimova. 96 women assembled here in Beijing to see who would lift the crown of this 9th WTA 1000 of the season. The final 2 are left. Will it be the one who captured the first Doha champion, Amanda Anisimova, who tips the scales on the win probability? Or will it be a first WTA 1000 crown for the soon-to-be #1 player from Czechia, Linda Noskova? We are set and ready for the answer. Time to begin as the 3-seed Anisimova gets the final underway from Beijing.
So, of course, we have one probably player that is, well, not probably, but is more experienced in Anisimova with what she achieved this year as far as playing in finals and just, being so much consistent that she's been in the past. And then we have the maturity of a 20-year-old who's, to me, so mature for her age. Although turning 21 very soon, but still absolutely incredibly mature on the court, tactically sound, technically very sound as well. It can produce a lot of power. And the only thing that I see the difference between the 2 of them today is because Anisimova didn't have a semifinal that really took her very long. And, I mean, it was not even an hour against Coco Gauff. She gave her a clinic. But Noskova, did she recover from yesterday? Because that was a long match, and it was very, very tough physically and mentally.
And easy does it for Anisimova, who won the toss and said, please give me the ball to start with. And it works perfectly for her. There is the aforementioned Dutchman who is working with Anisimova, Vic Vlieshauers, closely associated with Belgian tennis, of course, and working with Kim Kleister's academy in Brie. You are alluding to the 2-hour, 28-minute affair that Noskova had to endure against Jess Pegula by losing the contest in the semifinals to the Czech. Jess Pegula has yet to qualify for it. It seems like it's a foregone conclusion, but mathematically she hasn't. Anisimova has been able to qualify by virtue of her results here, as has Madison Keys, though not here. She is through as the lone major champion, still inside the top 20. So 5 of the 8 spots for Saudi Arabia in the year-end championships have been settled. And don't discount this young lady, Linda Noskova. She's on the outskirts now, but a title run could push her hopes higher.
By the way, the roof is closed because of the rain that is coming down here in Beijing. So a little bit of a adaptation for both players. I don't think it's going to really help one or the other. They're both playing with the same strike in the rackets with tons of obviously power.
Yeah, to your point, it's pretty benign conditions when the roof's open anyway, because it's a hanging over enclosure up above. And then when they close it, it acclimatizes pretty quick and easy. It's sort of neutral as far as an advantage, I would imagine, to either player.
Well, especially, Kevin, when you have players who have the same type of game.
Yeah.
It's not going to advantage or disadvantage any of them. I think the key in this match is going to be also, how is Noskova able to serve. She's been serving so well. Tons of aces through the tournament, but the return of Anisimova, especially the down the line on this side. Is one of the best. This one inside out, but she loves to go down the line, especially the backhand side on the ad side. Down the line being such a great return because it's the further point away from the server. Here is the first ace of the match, and it goes the way of Noskova.
25 aces for the tournament. That leads all players. But most importantly, she's put herself in the hunt this year. She's one of the best on tour in acing period. She's second only to Lena Rybakina.
And in this tournament, Kevin, she's +7 on Anisimova. 24 total to 17.
Rybakina with 380 aces this year. That's 337 for Noskova. Then she follows it with a double fault to have to work a little harder in this opening service game.
Yeah, the double fault count were at 25, by the way, against 14 only for Anisimova in this tournament. So in that sequence right here, I feel like she's so far from the ball, Noskova, that I would have gone with a slice backhand here because she can't reach as much with a two-hander. And if your legs are not getting closer to the ball, you end up reaching with your arms and losing control, which is exactly what happened here on this backhand cross court.
That's a dialed-in Anisimova to begin as she converts the initial break point. Vliechauer likes what he sees from his charge. Anisimova charges to a 2-love start.
Yeah, I don't want to, say too loud, but I feel like there's that one step slower than yesterday, although she's playing also against a player in Anisimova that hits the ball faster. So maybe the combination is a little tough.
Anisimova reaching back-to-back finals. Her last event was her home slam at the U.S. Open, reaching her second major final of the season, coming up short against Aryna Sabalenka. In fact, Anisimova felt she might have taken too much time off between New York and Beijing. In fact, interesting to note, the day that she left Miami, she had a wisdom tooth pulled, then got on a flight to travel the 12,500 kilometers, or about 7,700 miles, 20-hour plus trip to get to Beijing. Wasn't able to get immediately on the practice court, but recovered and said, you know what, things started to click despite the lengthy time off. We showed it to you rather quickly in the warm-up, so let's detail her path once more. Got a bye in the opening round before taking on British number 2, Katie Boulter. Won that 6-1, 6-3. Zhang Shui, and really forced her to work hard in the opening set. It was a tiebreak that went to 13-11. There were 10 total set points. Anisimova saved 3 herself before she was able to take the opening set, then blitzed Zhang Shui 6-love in the second. Came back from a set down against last year's runner-up here, Karolina Muchova, to win in 3. And then she had the back-to-back top 10 wins in the quarters and semis. Nice drop shot from Noskova. Good court awareness where she was. Yeah, Amanda being able to get past 8th-ranked Paolini. Needed 3 sets to do so. And then, as you mentioned, the 58-minute blitzing of last year's champion, Coco Gauff.
Yeah, she's been exemplary, and especially with, you know, her physical, you know, ability to sustain and dig really deep. And that combined with her mental toughness, I think that she's getting better and better as she's getting the experience. And this 1-2 punch here, it's definitely going to help as well.
Yeah, so she faced both of last year's finalists in Muchova and Gauff, and she was ruthless against Coco, allowing Gauff just 30 points in the 15 games they played. And it was one-way traffic, to say the least, as Anisimova a point away from, in the opening 9 minutes, posting a 3-love start.
And out of the 30 points total, 16 were on forced errors from Amanda.
So as we're finding out in 2025, often a match is on the racket of Amanda Anisimova. So far, so good. Make it officially 10 minutes to earn all 3 games to start on Championship Day in Beijing. 19th edition of the China Open in Beijing, the 14th as a WTA 1000 event. And previously, only 1 Czech player has ever reached the final day. That was in 2014 when Petra Kvitova found herself upended by Maria Sharapova in the title round. Looking to represent is Linda Noskova as she begins game number 4 with her second ace. She wants to not only take the trophy home for herself, but also for her beloved Czechia. And she's also going to represent exceptionally well for the Republic at the end of this event. There. That's going to get it done. Anisimova chasing it down. But for Noskova, officially as of today, she's the 2nd highest ranked Czech at 27 in the world, behind current number 1, Karolina Muchova, who's number 12. As you see, the 5th final for Noskova, champion of Monterrey, a WTA 500 event last year. Anisimova, this is her 5th tour final this year. But just to finish that thought on Noskova, Sophie, what has been another ancillary reward here is that Noskova will surpass Muchova in the new rankings tomorrow. When the whole logic WTA Top 100 comes out, she'll be the top-ranked Czech. She's currently going to be 17th in the world with a win. Moves up to another career high of 13.
Yeah, and closer to maybe having a chance to get to Riyadh. She needs to get on the board here, big time, Noskova. Mentally, especially for her. good on her to come forward to the net. Right here in this point, very compact strokes. Asking the question and not able to answer it, Anisimova. And you see already the attitude is a little bit down from Noskova. The body language is dragging. I mean, it's no surprise when you have to turn around so quickly after a really long match yesterday against Pegula, and a tough match physically, mentally.
And Noskova has to be careful here now. Obviously a double break is looming, but she's hurt her own cause. With already 7 unforced errors in these opening 4 games, and most of them coming in the latter stages of the game. She's been the author of her own potential demise. Chance for Anisimova to secure 4-love to start. Yeah, too many opportunities. A big blast from Anisimova. And what a quality start from the American. And she has a double break lead for 4-love.
And you can tell, Kevin, that, you know, Noskova is a step late. Just as soon as she starts hitting a lot more slice backhand, that means she can't get there with the feet to get set with the two-hander. It's telling. A step too slow, and it is definitely hurting her tennis today. She's going to have to really try to, you know, keep trying, keep giving you some positive reinforcement if you want to get back into this this set at least. The down the middle return is 2 for 2 right now, forcing the error.
Noskova has to kind of key on that. Will that help
well,
her kind
I would.
of get a
you
feel?
know, it's obviously working, so.
Amanda Anisimova did her part to make sure that history somewhat repeats itself here in Beijing. By dismantling Coco Gauff, last year's champion, she has ensured not only we have a 15th different woman to win this event, but there has never been a back-to-back champion in Beijing. In fact, there's never been a defending champion that has reached the final of this event since it became a WTA 1000 event. There is a caveat. It used to be a Tier 1 event. In 2008, Svetlana Kuznetsova was runner-up that year. The following year, in 2009, this became a WTA 1000. Kuznetsova won the title that year, so she technically, at the event, reached 2 consecutive finals. But since it's WTA 1000 standing, yeah, you win it one year, you're not going to win it again the following season.
Oh, she's just serving so big from first and second. And again, you know, Noskova is like, I wish I didn't get up this morning. I didn't have to get up this morning. It is painful to watch.
This is one-way traffic, and for Amanda Anisimova in 17 minutes, forging a 5-love start. Probably how she felt when she sat down in the chair to get her wisdom tooth pulled. The opening set has gone how she wanted it. Quick and painless. 5-love in favor of Anisimova. Second final of 2025 for Linda Noskova as she reached her home event in Prague in the Czech Republic, losing to fellow Czech Maria Boskova. That was a tight affair. Noskova squandering a 1-set lead there. This has been all Anisimova to this point, as Noskova tries to find some pride and earn her space on the scoreboard in the opening set.
Yeah, I mean, Noskova is going to have to find ways, and it's got to come from the guts first, you know, just maybe do some different changes in this match. Use the serve and volley, use the drop shot, anything. Anything that could put you on the scoreboard right now. Oh, there's one. Kind of a serve and volley. I mean, she served so that the ball was high in the air, so she followed it to the net, but the second time she comes forward and 2 for 2.
30 love.
There you have it. Just a little bit of a change up makes a difference. Of course, the quality of the serve helps.
No wasted movement, no wasted effort. Anisimova just dialed in.
Yeah, I mean, she's in the zone right now. She's just so focused, and just the shot selection has been impeccable.
Amanda not allowing Linda even just a moment of peace. I mean, the first sign of any joy at 40 love, that's evaporated, and Noskova now up against it in danger of being blanked in a set for the 10th time in her career. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Noskova looks over her shoulder and says, "What? Is this how my day is gonna go?"
Well, that might relax her a little bit because she had a little bit of a smile here. I'm sure she's not, you know, thrilled about it, but oh boy, just got to give it to Anisimova. She's just on top of the world right now.
10th winner of the set, as she looks to close it out. And she does in style. What a dramatic 23 minutes that is one-way traffic for Amanda Anisimova, who has truly bought her double A game at just the right time. Full court blitz is on, and a 1-set lead on the championship day in Beijing. Well, let's hope that Linda Noskova heading off to the locker room and coming back, maybe she's going to find that, put that in the rearview mirror and forget all about the opening 23 minutes. They weren't kind. Anisimova dominating play and dominating the scoreboard as Noskova suffers her 10th career bagel, including suffering this season 3. So it's back to the drawing board. Anisimova at the line first to start the second. Now, Amanda Anisimova, for all the ups and downs, and there have been more ups than downs, but of course the humiliating final at Wimbledon, not winning a single game, she can empathize somewhat with Noskova. But what she doesn't do is she doesn't squander leads. Amanda Anisimova began her 2025 campaign in Auckland this year. And she lost her match against Alicia Parks, fellow American, in that first match after having won the opening set. Good return from Noskova as she puts herself forward and finishes the point. Yes, so Anisimova lost her first match of the year after winning the opening set, and she learned her lesson because in the time since, she hasn't lost another match where she's won the opening frame. You can count them off. They total 37 in a row.
Yeah, let's not give that stat to Noskova right now.
Well, she can't hear us, right?
Yeah.
Am I speaking too loud?
It's a good thing.
Okay. 37 in a row, and the 38 if you include the 125K event in Paris, where she also won another match with a 1-set lead there. And yeah, to paraphrase JB in Delray Beach, he calls Anisimova a baller, particularly when she has her nose out front.
Yeah, well, 37-1, and especially was it right at the beginning of the season, and since then she's been just flawless. It's a little bit better here from Noskova. She's definitely more active, more aggressive. Still a game point for Anisimova. Just got to take chance here on the return, be aggressive, Noskova.
It's well done to stick with it. She would have been bitterly disappointed with that brilliant return. Noskova hadn't grabbed that point.
Yeah, but that's the way you're going to come back in a match. Being more aggressive, taking cuts, taking chances, and coming forward. And she did perfect in this. That's probably the best point, really, altogether from the racket of Noskova.
Yeah, Noskova won 3 points on Anisimova's serve in the opening set in total. She's matched that already in this first game in the second. Oh, and Anisimova will face some adversity for the first time. Noskova has the chance to break for the lead thanks to the double fault from Anisimova. Yeah, appreciation for the tenacity of both. Point of this final thus far.
This is getting better and better because Noskova is raising her game and the level. Great for her to stay on that side here. Pick the right side, just couldn't do much on that lob. Different match, definitely not one bit of a reflection of the first set, especially for Noskova.
Yeah, the time off court between sets seeming to benefit the Czech. She's got her mind right, she's got her body in the flow, and he has a second try to try to earn the opening game. And Anisimova has the answer once more.
Never right at the body return. This one on the line. She thought it was out. Electronic line calling is not going to give you that point back, that's for sure. But again, that's 3-4-3 when she returns right at the body of Anisimova today.
I'm noticing a trend.
Yeah, well, force the errors that way. It works.
It does indeed. Noskova, try number 3 to finally make room on the scoreboard for a digit. And this time, Anisimova cannot extinguish the threat. Too many looks for Linda Noskova, and she's finally on the board.
Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Well, while they switch ends, Sophie, we would be remiss if we didn't mention that this is championship day in Beijing, and trophies have been awarded, trophies plural, because in the doubles competition, the Golden Girls of 2024, they continue to thrive. 2-seed Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini came back to win their contest against Miyu Kato and Fanny Stoller. They pick up their 9th title together, their 4th this year. They have been unbelievable already.
Did they win it last year? Also here? I wonder. I think they might have. But it was unbelievable, Kev. I mean, I saw the end of the set, the tiebreak, and wow. I mean, they're just outstanding.
Yeah.
Of course, qualified in Riyadh. So
yep. They'll be back in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Champions of Doha, Rome, Beijing, lest we forget, Roland Garros. Congratulations to Errani and Paolini, champions of the China Open.
And I was talking about the time off those two players, you know, Noskova and Anisimova got 2 months for Noskova last year in 2024 after the US Open, and back in April 23 to 24 for Anisimova. And Noskova at that time, she decided to go skydiving. She had a gift from a friend and she did it. She was asked, were you scared? She goes, not at all. On the contrary, I'm planning to do it again. I'm an adrenaline junkie. Even if I don't look it, which she doesn't. I mean, you would say she's, you know, a very, you know, quiet, even kill, kind of, you know, cool as a cucumber player on the tour. But she loves the adrenaline, enjoyed it thoroughly.
By the way, in answer to your question, yes, Errani and Paolini were champions a year ago. They won the 2024 China Open, defeating Chen Haoqing and Veronika Kudermetova on the last day. Settling in nicely, Linda Noskova, and now she's finding her rhythm. It took a while to get there. Now, in a commanding position at 30-all, you just get the sense she feels that her game is starting to match her intention.
Yeah, this is more like what we've seen throughout the tournament from Noskova. Just is definitely a lot more positive on her behavior on the court, finding some energy.
And it's the best effort from the line, obviously. Opening set, so hold number 1 earns her a spot with a second game on the scoreboard. And 2 love to begin. For Amanda Anisimova, her 9th WTA final, her 5th championship day this year, back-to-back for the first time in her career at both the US Open and now in Beijing. And of her 5 finals this year, only Aryna Sabalenka, the world number 1, has reached more on the season. Anisimova trying to reverse what has been a rough go of late. She did win her first final this year in Doha, but has lost 3 consecutive finals. And she's lost her mojo here a bit. Noskova has taken control of the second.
different player right now, Noskova. It's amazing. She's regaining that confidence, and I think you're right about taking that little break after the first set. Completely changed her behavior on the court.
But you're talking about Noskova's strategy of returning into the body of Anisimova. That's all well and good and has worked to good success, but got to keep it out of her strike zone. Obviously not being able to get it in tight. That's right in the wheelhouse of Amanda.
Yeah, the best place is to return it on the right hip, really, because the backhand is the wheelhouse. And as we saw it here, I mean, she was really going to be late on that last backhand cross-court, Anisimova, but did get there, used her two-hander to put Noskova in really a bad place. She's starting to send the replica very well to the game of Anisimova, just being alert, sending and injecting more pace in the ball. Just matching everything the American is doing right now.
Wow. Well, that pop-up return, it settled in on the line. Didn't shake up Anisimova one bit.
Yep, and that's calmly. I mean, she is just bringing her level so much higher than it's been. Just very calm, picked her target, executed perfectly.
Well, it won't be 3-love in favor of Noskova as Anisimova has her hold, but we do have a match settling in 43 minutes, and Noskova up the early break as she tries to come from a set down in the championship final in Beijing. It's been a nice rebound for Linda Noskova, not only in this match, but part and parcel, it comes also with the 2025 season. Think about it, after a nice beginning to the year, and she was able to post quality results in Abu Dhabi as a Final Four member and reach the last 8 in Dubai. She hit the skids in March, April, and May. Went 4-8 with no back-to-back wins. Turned things around nicely in Prague, where she was runner-up this year. Oh, nice scramble from Anisimova, and again, that backhand is a beaut. Hits the ball so well when she's on the stride. And Noskova in the midst of trying to achieve a career best win streak. Picked up 5 wins in a row last year in Monterey at the WTA 500 event. For that is, up to now, was her career best. She's now matched that. If she comes back from that lopsided opening set, it would be her career best 6th match in a row at tour level.
Well, they both have things in common off the court that are very, very difficult that they went through, each of them, and started tennis because Noskova of her mom and for Anisimova because of her dad. And the two of them, unfortunately, lost both of them. It was very difficult in 2019. Constantin was Anisimova coach and father. Passed away from a heart attack. I mean, so unpredictable, and it was so difficult for her, as you can imagine. But for Noskova, it was only last year, 2024, that she lost her own mother, who was also the reason that she started to play tennis. Let me forget, Kevin, you know, how much they're human beings. Because they're so extraordinary in their own field that, you know, we put them on the pedestal like they are just, you know, day to day, it's beautiful, it's everything, but they also have been going through a lot off the court.
And experienced that anguish as a teenager.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, of course, the pattern of things. You hope that you don't outlive your children, and you don't want to ever see your parents also pass. But when you're a teen and you're also, you know, on a big stage, traveling the world, away from home, there's loneliness, there's scrutiny. Yeah, it can be so tough.
Pressure.
And then to do it in your teens, wow.
Yeah.
Noskova, no pressure in this second set. She's just completely forgotten all about what happened in the opening 23 minutes as she forges a 3-1 start. And of course, you add that was, you know, back when Amanda had yet to reach the age of 20, now at 24, the final day of August this year. Going, you know, from personal adversity to professional. I mean, finally reaches a major final, earns her way into the championship match at the All England Club, and then has to suffer the humiliation of not winning a single game. Many would have thought that she would have checked out and had to, you know, retreat, not be able to play.
No, she turned things around and actually got her revenge against Iga Swiatek at the US Open. So yeah, it was absolutely amazing. That's called mental toughness, mental fortitude. Showing it here. Also with this other ace. Another one right at the body. That worked. The magic. And the reason being is, you know, Anisimova is a tall frame, and to get around the ball is just so difficult quickly when you just finished your serve. Look at the difference here in the returns .1.
That's quality stuff from Noskova, and it's almost as if she mentally remeasured the court. Before, when she was missing long, she's now finding just the right range.
And you know what I'm amazed about is that she's really going in the battle of backhands with Anisimova, which I think it's a better shot. I would go more and trigger to the forehand, but she's winning those battles, eventually going to the forehand and forcing the error.
Continue to find the rhythm and giving herself some free points on serve. Straight up 8 o'clock in Beijing on a Sunday night. Hammers through. Ace number 4 in the contest for AA. Second of this game. Easy does it. Anisimova finds her way to a second hold. It was the break that began the set, though, that's the difference. As Linda Noskova hopes that's just enough to be able to force a deciding set in this final. 45 days' time, Linda Noskova will reach the start of her 22nd year. November 17th to be exact. At 20 years, 311 days as of today, she sets a Czech milestone. Yeah, for Noskova, as she finds her way to this WTA 1000 final, she becomes the youngest player from the Czech Republic in WTA history to reach either a Tier 1 or WTA 1000 championship day. Previous best was Petra Kvitova, who had already reached and was beyond her 21st birthday, but it shows for Noskova, all the work over the last couple of years paying off. Anisimova making some inroads here in this 6th game.
Well, that changeover was probably in her mind saying, I've got to be more aggressive, which is amazing when you think of it, because it's not something that she lack of, but she is just pushing the envelope here. Yeah, taking more cuts on the first serve of Noskova, whose serve hasn't been, you know, to the heights of what it's been throughout the tournament for sure.
She can be streaky sometimes, though.
Well,
right?
I think that, you know, to serve well for her, she needs to have a lot more energy and push harder on those legs and accelerate that arm and impact more. And to me, she's a little bit fatigued from yesterday.
Well, she's in a little bit a spot of bother, if you will, as Anisimova has come alive. Game 6, where she looks to turn the tables and earn the break back.
That'll do. Good timing. She do a back-to-back ace here. She loves the tee on those serves from the do side or to the ad side. I think that was a little bit too greedy here in the position she was in to try to go down the line. A little bit off balance at impact.
Anisimova was perfect, 3 for 3 when holding break point in the opening set. Misses out on a couple of chances to get level. Noskova to deuce for the first time here in the second. Backhand misses long from Anisimova, and her chance to find her way even through 6 games. Well, the threat is extinguished by Noskova. A couple break points dismissed as she advances to 4-2.
She served very well when she needed to at 15-40, and then just more consistency. Maybe a little bit triggering too soon for Anisimova, who is feeling pressed, which makes sense, really.
Time violation warning, Anisimova.
Anisimova just taking some extra time. She seems, bothered by Julie Shenley's warning, but I think she actually wanted to take the time. You can see how heavy she's breathing after the previous point. As she needs to regroup, and obviously very disappointed not being able to convert either of those 2 break points. Back to the line she goes. Looking for a 3rd consecutive hold since the break that began the 2nd set.
Once again, she decided to stay put right here on the left side. Anisimova, good thinking. And if you really watch and do your homework, you know that 99% of the time, Noskova likes to go down the line with this kind of ball of a forehand.
Trying the same technique and strategy to go right down the middle, right back at Anisimova's body. What has worked effectively more often than not today for Noskova.
Noskova should be really stepping forward to try to put a little pressure here on Anisimova. Yeah, decides not to do it, and I think that was, something when you see that Anisimova is obviously getting frail and maybe doubting a little bit. Just put a little pressure on your opponent. It's a little bit of a bluff, but hey, it works often. That's pretty exceptional, Kevin. The defensive skills to hit that lob, really so good, and then come back with that forehand winner.
That misses the mark. Anisimova broken for a 2nd time. Now where Anisimova's game has come on her effort. And she'll have a chance to extend it to a final set on the final day of the China Open. Linda Noskova losing the opening set for the first time this event. She won the first frame in all 5 previous matches. This time she lost it decisively. 6-love, but she has forged her way back in. And for somebody who has struggled when coming back from a set down this year, just 2 of 14 on the season. On the final day in Beijing, Linda Noskova has put up a tremendous effort. A second break of Amanda Anisimova has earned the Czech the chance to serve for set number 2 and take this championship match to the concluding set. Beat Bernarda Pera in Rouen coming back from a set down, as well as in Bad Homburg getting the better of Donna Vekic, but it has been a struggle. But Noskova showing no signs of any memory of that. What an impressive display through these 7+ games. That's exceptional stuff.
Velvety ends. And that was a good, opportunity to, for Noskova, she anticipated well. She did get that forehand back, but the drop shot, just so good from the racket of Anisimova.
So sharp, and to be able to execute that under all the disappointment she's experienced this set. Comes up with the goods and spoils Noskova's bid to finish with style.
Well, and this is just telling of how little of a time you have to react after you hit that serve.
Had she landed yet when that ball was at her feet?
She had to hit a half volley, but just can't control it.
Well, after having been broken all 3 times she stepped the line in the opening set, she goes 4 for 4 in the second. Linda Noskova ensures that one set, the tussle for supremacy at the China Open, and all the glory at this WTA 1000 is coming up. In order to be champion of the China Open, you must win 6 matches. For Linda Noskova and Amanda Anisimova to accomplish that and earn a 6th win, to win the title, they would have to each now find their way to their 3rd 3-set victory this event. Anisimova has been brilliant this season, winning 12 of 15. Noskova hasn't been bad, just under 50%. But now each of them will duel for a 3rd time in Beijing this year to see who wins in the final set. For Anisimova, who will serve first, her 3-set encounters was coming back from a set down against last year's runner-up in the round of 16, Karolina Muchova, as well in getting past in the quarterfinals, Jasmine Paolini, also a comeback from a set down. Noskova's 3-set encounters in the 3rd round against Zheng Qinwen was leading 3-love in the second when the Chinese #1 had to retire from the match. And she also, not long ago, just yesterday, in saving 3 match points, beat Jessica Pegula in 3 sets. Combined 4 for 4 for the event. Something has to give as a champion will be crowned.
So who's going to be the most consistent of the two? I mean, and if this is pushed to physicality, who's going to have more fuel left in the tank? That's really the question in this final set.
Yeah, it almost seems a gimme pick 'em in some respects, as Noskova will have the early break chance in the third, because we mentioned Anisimova dismantling last year's champion Coco Gauff in under an hour. Even with that win, Anisimova's only been on court 30 minutes longer than Noskova in this tournament. The caveat, of course, as Anisimova comes forward to finish to get to deuce, is that the long match for Noskova was yesterday in her 2.5-hour battle with Pegula, saving those 3 match points. And Anisimova's cruising easy victory against Gauff was also yesterday. But Noskova at 20 years of age, gotta imagine she can find some extra reserves.
Such a good shot to go behind Noskova right now, especially when a player has been through the grind in their last match and played so much tennis and so long. Wrong footing is tough to do with the legs. Well, I'm sure she wants that one back. She had the opportunity to finish, went too deep. Maybe a little bit of a cross-court short shot would have been better. Again, the legs of Noskova just getting one more ball back.
Oh, some emotion from Anisimova, the most we've seen in this contest.
You can tell that the heartbeat is definitely pumping because she's out of breath after this exchange. It's probably why the reason that she was celebrating so much, because she's feeling it also physically.
Another big bellow from Anisimova as she works her way out of danger and finds her way to the scoreboard first in what will be the deciding set.
Back-to-back winners help in this game, that's for sure, after having a bit of a let go, let down with the unforced errors count.
This is the 9th WTA 1000 event of the year. Tomorrow will kick off the 10th and final in Wuhan. But of those held already, the 8 tournaments that have reached their conclusion at this demarcation, 6 different women winning the first 8. Anisimova getting the title in Doha to begin is, again, Linda Noskova playing the biggest final of her career. Her biggest triumph prior was that win in Monterrey last year at WTA 500. Anisimova already with a 1,000 as mentioned as champion of Doha. Andreeva winning Dubai and Indian Wells. Sabalenka, her triumphs in Miami and Madrid. Then Paolini, Mboko, and Swiatek in Rome, Montreal, and Cincinnati, respectively. Anisimova trying to be the third woman this year to win multiple WTA 1000 titles, to join Andreeva and Sabalenka.
She thinks the ball's out.
She doth protest, but to no avail. Lischauer's trying to keep Anisimova positive. Everything was bright and cheerful in the opening set. Things getting a bit murky in the second.
Let this is.
Ooh. Guess if you're going to double fault, you're not doing it for the love, that's for sure. Real close second serve. But you go to the tee here. Favorite serve on the due side. They sure did.
Yeah, and that secures her 5th consecutive hold after being broken every time she stepped the line in the opening set. And she draws even at 1-all.
Well, both these players were very successful in the juniors as well. Junior 2021 girls French champion for Noskova. That's when she first started to think, you know, I can't make that. I can't do it, you know. And she really mentioned a lot about how different it was when she went from junior to the Pro Tour and playing on the WTA Tour, how difficult it was, how difficult and the demands and what it took for her to really become the player that she is today. In juniors, you don't really have the idea until you go through it. Lots of work. And you know what gave her also the ability to believe is that that same year in 2021 when she won the girls' championships at Roland Garros, it was Barbara Krejcikova who won in singles and doubles, so even giving her more of a looking to the future aspect of that win. Saying, well, maybe one day will be me, thinking about our compatriot from the Czech Republic doing so well.
Good to see Barbora back in action. She missed a huge chunk due to injury. Finds herself back inside the top 50. And you're right about that. I mean, you just see the players around you from your home nation doing well. It certainly helps. A rising tide lifts all boats, as they say. It's done so for Czech tennis. They've been stalwarts the last couple of years, including 7 players currently ranked in the Hologic WTA Top 100.
Yeah, it's like a train, a locomotive, and you're trying to, you know, get on that train and chase the first cart, which is always the top player.
What better way to seek inspiration and find it than from some good friends and fellow countrywomen? You can't say enough about USA tennis, to be honest. I mean, 16 in the top 100, 10 in the top 50, 4 amongst the very elite in the top 10.
Oh, it's so close. She's going to want this back as well as the previous return on the due side that she missed twice. You know, and the junior days for Anisimova weren't bad either. I mean, she did win at age 16 the US Open in 2017, beating none other than Coco Gauff in the final, and it was a 6-love, 6-2. She won the title on the 12th match point.
Oh, and a little favoritism from the net cord somehow, some way. Anisimova sees that creep over, and she will have a breath of relief as she sits down. On serve, final set in the opening 3 games. Anisimova out in front 2-1. Linda Noskova accomplishing something just for the 2nd time in her career in Beijing. 2 years ago, at the start of the 2023 season in Adelaide, she accomplished great results by being able to beat back-to-back opponents ranked inside the top 10. All well and good. Had not been able to achieve that again until she arrived here in Beijing and knocked out Zheng Qinwen and Jessica Pegula. Now she goes for her 3rd victory over an elite opponent, world number 4 Amanda Anisimova. She's trying to accomplish a 12th victory versus a player ranked inside the top 10. You were talking about her success as a junior for Linda Noskova. For many, they might be looking in a cursory way, just saying, Linda Noskova's actually impressed that she's gotten this final, but she's been building up over the years. And we talk about top 10 opponents. She, of course, made her big splash down under 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't just those back-to-back wins in Adelaide. It was what she did at the Australian Open.
Shocked the world.
And excuse me, let me change that, because 2023 was when she beat Kasatkina and Jabeur back-to-back in Adelaide. It was the following year in the 3rd round where she was down a set to world number 1 at the time, Iga Swiatek, and found her way back to victory.
Yeah,
that certainly made people sit up and take notice,
yeah,
right?
That's when she got on the map, I'm telling you. People did notice.
It's a bit of a catch-22, Sophie, too, isn't it? Because it put her on the map. Everyone said, all right, this girl's got some skills. But it also puts you on notice yourself.
And she was young, and, you know, anyway, it's tremendous playing.
Noskova under scrutiny for the first time in this set in her 2nd service effort as Anisimova tries to find her way to the break.
Let pistol.
Just too soon. Take your time. Not in position really to hit that inside out. She got too close and jammed by that ball. Hit it a little behind her. Oh, that's a great serve. Left hip. Beautiful. Talk about being jammed. Was much more tempered here. Took her time. She knew she could accelerate. She knew she could get in position and trigger that great shot, forcing the error.
And Noskova able to survive the first threat either has experienced in the final set. And she draws level at 2 apiece.
It's going to be a fine margin, I think, of unforced versus winners here for whomever is going to be able to take this one.
Amanda Anisimova, currently number 4 in the world. That cannot change. Even with a victory today, she will not surpass Coco Gauff in that position. She's settled in at that spot, but she is having her career best year. Champion of the WTA 1000 in Doha, 2 major finals. Her best career output previously was 33 wins back in 2022. She's eclipsed that with 43 this season. Puts her 5th on the list overall for match win leaders on the year. And of course, qualifying for the first time for the season-ending championships, she will be a member of the last 8 to compete at the WTA Finals Riyadh.
Oh, that clipped the line, the outside of the line. Yeah, and she did say, you know, in her court interview that one of her goals, when she was told that she had qualified, that was to try to qualify for Riyadh at the beginning of the year. So, goal achieved.
Pretty good to join all 4 major champions this year. Keys, Gauff, Swiatek, and Sabalenka. She lost to the last 2. At Wimbledon and the U.S. Open respectively, but she's backfiring, triggering that backhand to good effect as Anisimova.
Yeah, that's so clean, but why would you give her that backhand? That's my question. Why would you go to the right side or down the middle on this return? I mean, it's easy to say from here for sure, but you want to go to where the mistakes are coming more often.
And the level of consistency from Anisimova has been on display of late. in the 7 events since Roland Garros. She's reached 4 finals. She's got the upper hand as they're on serve in the 3rd set in Beijing. Looked like it was going to be a full blitz from Amanda Anisimova in the opening 23 minutes, winning all 6 games. If you're just joining us, it was as lopsided as it seems. Then Linda Noskova took leave of the court between sets 1 and 2, found her game and her rhythm, helped out by 17 unforced errors from Anisimova as well in the 2nd set. She would prevail 6-2. Now we've got a match on our hands. Just what you would hope and expect when it comes down to championship day, taking it all the way the distance. As Noskova weathered the only threat against either serve in her previous service game, but already falls behind to begin game 6.
Yeah, that drop shot was way too high, way too deep. That is so good. I mean, when she's set and balanced, I mean, you feel like she's anchored in the ground before she makes contact. And she can send that racket head through so well, and the hip following through, and hitting this magnificent, once again, winner. That was, by the way, a 30th winner, exact same amount. No, I should say, sorry, I take that back. 15 winners for 19 unforced. It's on the other side that she had the same amount of winners too. Oh, I'm reading wrong. Yeah, I'm reading wrong again.
That's all right, it happens.
Yeah, it's
we'll give you a
winners.
mulligan.
Yeah, it's 30 winners.
You missed your first serve.
Yeah, 30 winners for 31 unforced for Anisimova.
Chance here for Amanda, or would she love an opportunity to get another break point? And she'll have it. Noskova just a bit sloppy after the initial 2 winners from Anisimova to build up a head of steam. And here's the chance to seize the outright lead for the 3 seed. And Noskova comes undone. Anisimova steps up, converts the break, and 2 games away from a 4th title.
Anisimova leads 4 games to 2.
But will it be enough? Can this get her across the line? Champion in 2019 for her first title in Bogota. 3 years ago, won the title in Melbourne, and a precursor to the Australian Open that year. And she won the first WTA 1000 event of 2025 in Doha, and now has the upper hand 4-2.
was kind of hoping that she was going to take that in the air, but I guess her decision of letting it bounce proved to be the right one.
Yes. She throws a dart, and Anisimova hits bullseye. Not quite as sharp, and Noskova with a chance to get the break back. Anisimova facing a break point in her opening service game of this set. Was able to avoid her serve being taken away. Here's Noskova trying to get things back on serve in the final set.
Wow. It's huge. Just so good to be able to execute such a great serve on that big of a point.
Yeah, that was just a sliver of the line, but it counts. Handful of aces today for Anisimova against 3 double faults. Oh, and Noskova can't put the second serve in play. That's double A off the hook. Anisimova goes big. The AAA representative in Beijing. Aggressive Amanda Anisimova has herself in prime position. Ready to take the crown in Beijing. Just a single game separates the American. Count out Linda Noskova at your own peril. A round ago, she was taking on an American inside the top 10 and faced down 3 match points against Jessica Pegula to put herself into the biggest final of her career. And Noskova has certainly gone off the boil, hasn't performed at the level we were expecting her to do, that we've been accustomed to, as she's allowed 3 straight games to Amanda Anisimova. Serving to stay in the championship match is the soon-to-be #1 player from Czechia.
Yeah, the energy level is definitely not there in this third set from Noskova, since, you know, after the Tool game, just you can tell it's not the same input in the ball. Movement, pace, first serve percentage quite low at 50% only. Yeah, in this final set, so you know that Amanda Anisimova is feeling that she's getting closer and closer, and she's going to do everything, especially the shot selection, going after that second serve.
WTA has brought aggression to the forefront when it matters most. Down the stretch. In the decisive set, that glory right there is on offer. Championship point for Anisimova. It'll be a triumph she will relish. Amanda Anisimova finishes as the best in Beijing as champion of the China Open. Linda Noskova did her best, but she might have run out of gas when it mattered most. And if you run out of gas against Amanda Anisimova, she's going to put her foot down. And she does just that. Her third three-set triumph in the Chinese capital yields another WTA 1000 title in 2025 as the champion of Doha becomes the champion in Beijing. Her fourth career title. She will celebrate mightily because for Amanda Anisimova in 2025, all she does is bounce back and show her resolve. Anisimova will pick up the title and all the glory with a 6-love, 2-6, 6-2 win.
Well, she did everything better in the third set. There's no doubt. I mean, we can't even talk about the first set because she was just on top of things. I think Noskova was still, trying to recover from her last match yesterday against Pegula. But in that third set, she was just better overall, just a lot more energy and going after a shot a lot more. 12 winners for 14 and 4. So that was really the difference from the other side. Only 3 winners, for 7 and 4 for Noskova. She just was on top of the world in this third set. The more aggressive player, the more consistent player.
Ladies, congratulations. Let's start with Linda. It's been a long season, and this is the very first time for you to be in the WTA 1000 final, and it happened in Beijing. This must mean a lot to you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these 2 weeks have been nothing more than great. I mean, I definitely wasn't coming here with a feeling that I'm going to play a final, so it was a nice surprise. So, yeah, definitely great tournament for my career.
确实，他说这次比赛中，他一路上也是过关斩将，但是很惊奇，最后能够杀入决赛，这是他第一次在自己的职业生涯中 WTA 1000赛中的决赛。当然，这个比赛中呢，最终是功亏一篑，但是确实整个的经历、整个的过程还是非常非常令他感到惊喜和满意的。So, yeah, I mean, to the audience, what would you like to say actually? Because they've been rooting you throughout the whole week as well. You mentioned that you love and you enjoy playing before the crowd.
Yeah, I just want to say big thank you to every single one of you that came out here tonight and throughout the whole 2 weeks. It's been just incredible experience to play in front of such a crowd. A lot of people supporting me from the home crowds, China crowds from all around the world, so it's really unforgettable.
确实，这段经历是令人难以忘怀的。整个在过去的2周时间里呢，在这里经历了很多，他已经感受到大家的热情，大家的支持。那么他也非常喜爱在这里打球，同时呢，感到这种热情呢，不仅是来自自己捷克本国，也来自中国的很多观众。他们他对你们展现出的这种热情表示非常非常的感谢。Well, congratulations once again, and the job well done, and well, best of the season. Best of luck in the rest of the season, I should say. Please do.
I just want to congratulate Amanda. You've been playing amazing throughout this whole year, actually. You've been more than annoying to all of us. But yeah, just wow. Great tennis, and yeah, good luck to you and you guys as well. I also want to thank my team. A little thank you. It's been a long 2 weeks, and I just want to say thank you for me, for every little thing you do for me, and also for my family and my team at home as well. So thank you.
我们看到 Linda 也是把溢美之词不是点赞了 自己最终看到了他的对手，也是今天的冠军得主 Amanda。他说，这个赛季以来，确实你的表现是令人感到惊讶的，非常非常值得拿到这个冠军。同时呢，他也是感谢自己的团队，感谢自己的家人，在他们的支持下，他能够走到今天，所以他也是对他们也是心存感激。Once again, thank you very much indeed for your kind words and congratulations. All right, now your turn, Amanda, please. And yeah, you are the leading role right here. And it's really, as Linda mentioned, this has been really a terrific week or season for you as well. Twice in a row in the Grand Slam final, and now here, guess what? You have the trophy in hand. You must have a lot to share with us.
Yeah, for sure. It's been an incredible few weeks. I want to congratulate Linda. You've been playing amazing. I mean, you're also so young still, so I'm sure we have a lot more finals to play in. And yeah, I'm excited to see you progress and see how your career goes. I'm sure it's going to be really great. So congratulations to you and your team on an incredible few weeks here and making it to the final.
首先，我们看到 Amanda 也是表示，这过去的几周里确实是非常的神奇，这是神奇的一段经历。同时，他也是为他的对手点赞，是祝贺他取得了好成绩。因为你还很年轻，大有可为，潜力之在，潜力之大，可以说是难以估量。所以也是把祝贺声呢给到了他的对手，给到了获得亚军的 Linda。
Since the first day that I got here, I want to say thank you so much to the fans and all of the crowds who have come to watch all the matches. I'm sure not just me, but every single player has felt so much love here, and yeah, it's incredible, and you guys are amazing. So I felt a lot of love this entire 2 weeks.
感谢在这里所有的观众，感谢支持他的所有的粉丝。他说他在中国，在北京真正感受到了这份爱。
Also, I want to thank the organizing committee, all the sponsors, the ball kids, the volunteers, chair umpires, physios, doctors, tournament director and supervisor, and everyone who makes this tournament possible. I mean, it's such an incredible one, and I've had the best time here, and you guys really put on a great tournament, so thank you so much.
由衷的感谢促成这次赛事的各方，其中包括了我们的大会的组委，包括了我们的各方的人员、球童、裁判、志愿者，还有很多的方方面面，也让我们在这里度过了最美好的一段网球时光。
And to my team over there, wow, what a 2 weeks it's been. Yeah, we've had a lot of challenges, and despite that, we also still have so much fun, and we work very hard. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy that we made it this far, and to get the win today has been really special. And thank you for sharing that with me. You guys are the best. So yeah, I'm excited for a lot more, and hopefully we can keep going. And also to my family back home, I'm sure they're watching right now. So excited to talk to you guys and see you soon. And yeah, I love you.
确实，他说他也要感谢自己的团队，在过去的这段时间里，他们帮助他一起克服了各种各样的挑战，能够走到今天，能够拿到今天这样的一个成绩。同时，他也是感谢远在美国的家人，他相信他们美国的家人此时此刻也正在电视机前观看这个场景，他把自己的所有的爱献给这些人。All right, Amanda?
I think I'm done, but my nephews, who I think might be watching, I just want to say hi, Jackson and Kylo. I love you guys. Okay, that's the last thing.
All right, 最后他也是说，不管谁在电视前看到这此时此刻的场景，他都把自己的爱献给你们。Once again, congratulations, ladies, to both of you, Linda and Amanda. And this moment belongs to both of you. 女士们、先生们，我们掌声在此响起，祝贺获得这次比赛的冠亚军的我们的2位选手。